Happy 4th of July, everyone. How are you doing? You know, I really am pleased with the way this garden is turning out. Very pleased at all. You know, a lot of people mistake a garden for what it is. It's a space in your yard, or if you're into greenhouse keeping or growing plants, you are a part of the earth. This is your cultivation with it. It's a holy thing. It's a spiritual thing. And I'm going to do a little bit here with a little story of how, when there's a Lenape story that when people started killing animals and eating them, that the animals got upset, and they had a tribal council. And that's why you had sicknesses and diseases, because people were not living in a natural order of things. And the spirit of the plants came and said, well, we like man, and if they show us respect and give us an offering, we will give them food. So that's why I really like eating green more than anything that's meat. Everything is healing, and the plants gave man medicine. And it really was, the forest was the first holy land. It was the first spiritual land. It was the first church. And if you look at it that way, and you have something like a garden, whether it works for you that year or not, you're living within the cycle of that time and what you put into it. My garden's doing really well this year. Very pleased. I've got some onions, some bok choy. The beetles are kind of doing a number on it. Some lettuce. The tomatoes are going crazy, and the bees are loving it, and the peppers. I probably planted them too close, but you can see their tomatoes are coming on nicely. They had a slow start. But this really is man's first church. When man came from the forest, cultivated the plants, and lived in a communal cycle, this was the healingest place you'd ever find. So when you look at it that way, you see how everything lives close in correspondence with one another. The bees, the flowers, everything. It has its own heartbeat, its own way of giving back, and what you show respect to gives back to you. I've always felt that, and a lot of my greatest spiritual teachers, for that reason, were gardeners. Every one of them, every single one of them, every single one. And a lot of them knew stuff with the wild plants too. I always look at a wild plant. There are poisonous ones. There are many poisonous ones, but I always look at a wild plant as being a friend that you haven't met yet. I think we lose touch with the idea that we're all made of the same thing. We're alive, we're here, and someday we will not be. We're made of all these minerals and all these things that the earth has. And we grow. We express ourselves with love, gratitude. And what I love most about plants, especially these and my apple tree over there, is they give without any reason to get anything back. They're just there to give. And think about it, that of your nature as a human being. You are here to give. You are here to be an expression of the universe, not for any monetary reasons. So I'm very pleased with this garden this year, but I think it's very pleased with where it's been, and had very little to do with me.